In this presentation, we are going to explain the processes and traceability of the single actions followed out by healthcare workers when involved in the activities of collection, manipulation and storage of stem cells. But before we proceed, let us take a look at how groups and organizations are managed. The SCWeb system allows you to visualize the organization of every single work group per work area and per assigned process. The work groups are made up of healthcare workers qualified to carry out specific tasks in defined areas, such as clinics, distribution centres, processing centres and storage areas, wards and bedsides. Each healthcare worker signs up as a user in the SCWeb portal, confirming his or her workgroup and role. This allows the activities to be carried out and to be visible to the whole team. A personal password and PIN will be created by the user in line with privacy rights. An assignment station in each work area will attribute each user with the programmed activities on the specific checklist. If required, be it for legal or organizational reasons, these checklists can be programmed for each single user. So, coming back to the subject of Stemcell in the SCWeb portal, we will see the details of every single process, the connection of all the stations present in the various work areas, the state of all the equipment used, and the regular process. The Stemcell system monitors the critical points in the process by tracing the healthcare workers' activities and producing the documentation required, compliant with JC standards. The workflow takes shape from the collection site to the laboratory, from the storage area to the transplant area, where the adequate therapies are monitored. Let's now take a detailed look at some checklists designed for every single module, from collection to logistics to process, concluding with therapy. The HPC collection site. The collection site can be in-house or external. Any product described in the European code lists can be configured. A device integrated in the SCWeb portal will be present by every single blood collection bed. This device will configure checklists based on the activity carried out. An important point to make is that the device can be used only if the operators or a part of the team are present. Furthermore, the device will not register any actions if the operators are not within a predefined distance. The device will identify the presence of one or more authorized operators, and only if the operator chooses will the procedure be confirmed and taken charge of. The printing of the collection and the final product label comply with JC standards. Let us now take a look at the process, from collection to the label creation. Every single detail is identified by a SID code, read by a QR code or recorded manually. The SCWeb system can be integrated with any hospital IT system in order to record the donor's details. And in any case, if necessary, the information can also be recorded manually. The blood group and type of donation will be selected. The products will appear based on the coding used, ISBT 128 or Eurocode, as well as all its details and characteristics. The characteristics of the selected product will also define the checks which must be carried out during the next steps. It will also be possible to register the batch and reagents used in the collection procedure. These will automatically be checked with stock in the warehouse. During the collection, it is also possible to signal adverse events, but what is most important is that it is possible to set collection observation times and request specific attention by the healthcare worker. At the end of the procedure, before proceeding with the printing of the label, a preview will be available on the SCWeb tablet. The necessary requirements for accepting a product are checked in a reception station. Such requirements are set based on the type of product and activity. Once the requirements are confirmed, the document will be available in a specific archive. If necessary, it will be possible to record non-conformities. The operator will then be able to choose whether to proceed or not. Before manipulating the final product, the label will be defined through our portal so that it will be ready at the end of the process. If the product does not come from one of our collection centres, but from an external one, it will be possible to identify the necessary parameters for the collection label. The printing procedure will also suggest the type of product needed to identify the product details in compliance with JC standards. The system foresees the coding of all cellular therapy products and of all the possible updates published on the EU coding platform. At the moment, there are 4,558. The user will select the currently used code. Any discrepancies with the product code received will be detected by the SCWeb system on reception. The label is compliant with JC standards and divided into 4 sections. In the first, there will be the collection centre information. In the second, the donor's blood group and type. In the third, the collected product ID with the ISBT codes. And in the fourth, the SEC QR code, the expiry date, and the recipient's ID. In the SCWeb portal, all the labels printed will be recorded, keeping track of the data ID, time, and operator who processed them. In a station inside the clean room, all the manipulation steps can be recorded. The station can also be connected to automated equipment. So, this is how the manipulation process in the clean room begins, with the reading of the SID code. Then, the type of mix used, donor plasma or albumin, is selected. The checklist continues with the preparation of the mix. The quantities of the products and the batches used are inserted and will be downloaded and checked automatically by our system via the warehouse, keeping track of the specific quantities in each container. When the manipulation activity ends, the final product is identified with the final label printed previously. The time that runs between putting the mix in the final bag and the cryogenic freezer is recorded. The unit is put in the cryogenic freezer. It is possible to document this with a dedicated station, integrated or not in the equipment used. The time passed since the mix was put in is also highlighted. The unit is put in the tank. The documentation regarding the loading and unloading of the units in the various tanks is registered in real time on the SCWeb tablet. The storage station can be configured, dividing the tanks into drawers and then rows and columns. Once the process is complete, we will see the position of the SEC that was introduced. It will be possible to search the unit by SEC or by name and surname. All the actions carried out in every station are promptly registered and can be verified in real time. In the warehouse, the products and quantities used during the process will be downloaded automatically. It is also possible to download the unused products via mobile so that the batches used in the process are fully traced. So, once again, we would like to underline that our certification is highly specific and that our quality is your quality.